we'll be talking about it. Now, you guys have anything else on your mind? You know how it goes. Always love to hear from you, but not going to be the longest video here. Going to try to get this in here. And then throughout the week, there are all these shows I'm working on. I'm trying to focus on one, but we're going to talk about the NFC East, what each team has done this offseason, how things look there. We'll grade all of those. We're going to talk about our roster, my favorite additions, biggest impact, I think, from these players. We're going to talk about all that stuff coming your way. But anytime there's any kind of news during sicko season, we will discuss it here on the show. So appreciate you guys hitting that like button, sharing, subscribing, all the things you're doing to support the channel. I cannot thank you enough. But let's jump right into this bad boy, and we'll talk about Nick Sirianni getting that multi-year extension. So, look, there have been up and down, thoughts on Sirianni throughout the media fan base. You guys know I've been a big fan of Nick Sirianni, watering the flowers here, watching things blossom, and obviously that's Super Bowl champion head coach Nick Sirianni. So, obviously we saw Doug Peterson do that 7 years ago, but he took us to multiple Super Bowls. First Eagles coach to do that. And, he gets a lot of slack for being passionate, loving his teammates, his players. But I think, he is like one of the guys, right? So I love the dude. Very happy to see. But when this notification popped up on my phone, I was pretty pumped up. Obviously still in work here. Quite a long-ass day. But how fantastic to have a good coach, because we've got great management. We've got a great owner. We got a great team with great leaders, and, the head coach is pretty important. So, you hear people asking, like, why does he not call plays, or why is he not this, that? And it's like, look, he's the head coach. They don't understand what that means, no doubt. But the guy rallies the troops and finds success. Whatever he's doing, you can see him holding that Lombardi trophy right there. And then Jeffrey Lurie had some words to say about the contract extension. And I'm not sure exactly how long this bad boy is, or any of the exact details there. But, again, lock him up for as long as you can. Keep winning, and the sky will be the limit for you. But you can see Lurie here with some praise. As an organization, we have always strived to create a championship culture of sustained success. Nothing is more important to fostering such an environment than having tremendous leadership. Nick has embodied everything we were looking for in a head coach since we hired him 4 years ago. His authentic style of leadership, football intelligence, passion for the game, and growth mindset have helped to bring out the best in our team. I'm excited for what the future holds for the Philadelphia Eagles. That is Philadelphia Eagles chairman and CEO Jeffrey Lurie. So, hell yeah. This is a no-brainer move. You lock up your coaches when they're doing well. Clearly they get fired, but they're not. So, hell yeah, man. Let's win some more. We've talked about it. We're building a dynasty here. Well, that means you got to win the next couple. So let's go ahead and do that. We do that with a great head coach in front of us. And a great evening to you, Tiffany. Appreciate you taking the time here. And Dom, my man, hope you are doing well. Hope you guys are having a great start to your week. Hopefully you had a great weekend. We took Dom to Woodward this weekend. Got to spend some time with Chelsea. It has been pretty wild past couple weeks, month. But we're getting into sicko season. So I've been working on all kinds of different shows. You know how it rolls around in these parts. We are going to, get pretty in depth with certain things and try to get through. And obviously these last couple of weeks I haven't been able to get out a lot of content, but I do apologize for that. But you know what's coming, you sickos. Everything you'll need to know. And clearly tonight we're talking about some things you need to know. And one of those other things is Joe Douglas returning to the Philadelphia Eagles. Big fan of Joe, and was happy to see him get that opportunity when he was hired in 2019, his first year, drafting 2020. Got Mekhi Becton his first year, and then Zach Wilson the next with his first pick. We all make mistakes. Now, he was obviously regarded pretty high by some people. You guys remember I was not very high on him, and I think we see how that's going. Now, anywho, Joe Douglas. Now, this is a guy that I am a fan of. I thought when he was here, we did some good things, but we also did some bad things. So, fantastic that he's returning. They're saying that it is, in a senior scouting role. So he's going to be helping the scouting department. And, well, we can take a look at his resume here. 15 years with the Baltimore Ravens as a scout. Then he went to the Bears for a year as the director of college scouting when the Eagles then took him in 2016 there through 19, vice president of player personnel. He was part of the staff that helped us win our first Super Bowl. But he also took, some intriguing picks. Derek Barnett finally getting his act together, but guys like Sidney Jones, we all remember. But hey, look, he also helped get, Josh Sweat, Jordan Mailata. There's definitely good ones. So don't let people just harp on the negative here. I thought he did well. And yeah, when he went to the Jets, we talked about Becton and, whatever was Zach Wilson. But, dude, he got Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson. He did Fashanu, or however you say their lineman they got from Penn State there, or whatever it was. I think that, it goes to show he does, have a good eye. He brought some really great things from the Ravens when it comes to scouting. So I think him there in a senior, scouting role, he's going to be helping all the other pieces we have. So an extra mind, somebody that has found success, and, the Jets suck. So it is what it is. I'm not going to blame that fully on him. You bring in Aaron Rodgers, he's a cancer. So welcome back. That's all I'll say for Joe Douglas there. And I think that he's a dude that I'm happy to have in those rooms. So, hopefully you're doing well, Don. I'm awake. I'm not, but I appreciate you tuning in, my friend. And hell yeah, let's go Birds. And yo, my man Brian, appreciate you taking the time, my friend. Go effing Birds. So I'm all about it. Took on the Haas contract. Yeah, well, when you trade Hassan Reddick and you're coming back to the Eagles to make that pick, I love it. Yeah, man, I know who Hassan Reddick is. I remember what was going on there. He promised he would do that, and Joe Douglas got shit on there. That's an unfortunate, moment, but I bet he is pretty pumped he's coming back to the Eagles, and clearly he would like to find success as a general manager. So gets another opportunity to, learn some more, hopefully grow, and then, maybe find himself something down the road there. But Sirianni getting the extension, Joe Douglas returns. I'm all about it. But let me get into a little something else. Something that happened right before I was about to come on. I said, son of a bitch, got to make a quick graphic, got to throw something on the main graphic here for the show, the Tush Push. So we know that the Packers are coming after us, little bitches. Some other teams are probably right there with them. We know. So mad that they can't stop the Tush Push. Maybe we'll start outlawing, Hail Marys from Patrick Mahomes or whatever they need to do next. We change all these rules for Josh Allen and teams that suck, like, the Chiefs. Everybody gets all these rule changes. They see us finding success, and honestly, I'm fine with it. If you think, you're still going to stop us, we don't need the Tush Push. We have Saquon Barkley. We just brought in A.J. Dillon. We have Will Shipley. We have Jalen Hurts. I mean, with his offensive line. So if we want a quarterback sneak it, we can still do that. So whatever. But let's take a look, because now, right before it came on, they are showing what the Packers, now have on the table. Why they, their claim to fame here as to why they need to stop the Tush Push from happening. So these clowns. Now, if you can't read it, here's the language that they're putting out there. So they are Article 4, assisting the runner in interlocking interference. No offensive player may. Now they've got 3 different bullet points here. A, push or pull a runner in any direction at any time or lift him to his feet. So you can't do that. You can't use interlocking interference by grasping a teammate or by using his hands or arms to encircle the body of a teammate in an effort to block an opponent. No picking anybody up, no pushing anybody else. And then you cannot, with C here, push or throw his body against a teammate to aid him in an attempt to obstruct an opponent to recover a loose ball. No tossing people. Okay. Assist the runner, except by individually blocking opponents for him. So we're not picking up Jalen Hurts. We're not pushing him. We're not pushing his buns. Nobody's buns. So the penalty for assisting the runner, interlocking interference, or illegal use of hands, arms, or body, loss of 10 yards. and that is, by the Green Bay Packers. And it says the effect prohibits an offensive player from pushing, pulling, lifting, or assisting the runner except by individually blocking opponents for him. So you can only block, no touching. Now, the reason you see here at the bottom, the reason, player safety, pace of play. They don't say and, they just put two bullets. That's what it's for. Player safety and pace of play. Well, I think you're stupid as hell because it doesn't affect either. Are you shitting me? So player safety, that has been debunked, destroyed. They're idiots. That is not a concern. Nobody gets hurt on these plays other than people that are being idiots, jumping over the line, doing whatever, trying to go sideways like you're a moron for the Commanders. And then pace of play, it doesn't slow anything down. Half the time, we're rushing to the ball to get the play off. If anything, it makes the play quicker. So shut the hell up. With these excuses, get better. Learn how to stop it. When someone innovates something, the next year you hope that you figured it out. You do, and that's what good defensive coordinators do. And if you've got the talent, you got the right coaching, and you're able to do the things to stop it, that's what you do. But when you're a really good team like the Eagles and you have a lot of weapons, and these teams have to keep their eye on everything, and they know who Jalen Hurts is, but our offensive line is phenomenal. This now becomes an issue because we're good. Like, what? Okay, well, Patrick Mahomes has to get rid of his wide receivers. T. Higgins and Jamar Chase can't be together with the Bengals there. You can't have two number one. What are we doing here? What are we doing? They're going to come for Devontae Smith next. He's not allowed to be on the same team with A.J. Brown. What are we doing here? Really blows my mind that these guys really just do everything they can to cheat and, stop us. And why don't you just beat us? Why don't you try? Do your best to actually get better, but is what it is. But, yeah, dude, I'm happy to have Joe back. I think it's a great addition, man. I'm pumped about it. Yes, they do, man. That's what I was talking about there. A bunch of one. Yeah, they are, and they always will be. And it's hilarious, but when stuff like this happens, it's like, dude, holy shit. But you're just going to piss us off more. We'll figure something else out. We'll still continue to run it right down your throats. So best of luck to you. But yeah, you can use fullbacks. You can do whatever you want with, Ben Van Sumerman. So I'm all about it. Good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. We're banning all quarter. Yeah, and look, it's just anything to stop the Eagles. And it's stupid that they even think that, it's like their reasoning. That is just not justifiable to sit there and say two things that are proven to have absolutely nothing to do with player safety, pace of play, not affected. It's not hindering any of those things. And it's mind-boggling that you won't just sit there and say, hey, man, we're just not good. We're little whiny bitches. And I think it's maddening, but we just got to do what we do. And you're still not going to stop us without using the tush push. And look, when you talk about the last time before, we came out with the tush push, the Eagles are actually 100% running the quarterback sneak like that year before we started with the tush push. So we are perfectly fine. I promise you, you could take it away. It's just embarrassing, though. That's the point here. It's sad to see something where, and obviously I make the joke, you're going to take away the Chiefs receivers. You're going to do these things where it's like, oh, well, they're good at it. Can't have that. We can't have people being really good at something. Like, what? It's because this play is not hurting anyone. It's just pissing these people off because they can't figure it out. I don't know, man. I hate that they do this to us all the time. They're always going to hate us. And it does get annoying, but they're not going to stop us. My little 4th and 1. Yeah. Jordan Davis, we talked about. Tiffany, I believe, was asking about him playing offensive line. Now, he's never played offensive line. He helps on special teams. But you want to throw him on offense, we'll see. But, Lynn, I knew who you were right off the bat because I know your name. It didn't even faze me, to be honest with you. But now that I see it with the picture, yeah. But welcome. Nice to see you. Hope all has been well. Good to see you as well, Linda. Yeah, Ty Robinson has played fullback. We talked about that, the Vanilla Gorilla. And I think wait till they see him as a defensive tackle. Oh boy, yeah, we talked about that, and I have been working on multiple shows at the same time, and one of them is trying to get my list together of my favorite additions and who I think will have the biggest impact. That's always, I hate it because I always change my mind 1,000 times, but I like to put numbers on the graphics, so it's like, well, then I got to change the number if I do that. The mind of a crazy man. But wait till they get a load of this team. Wait till we win this effing Super Bowl again. They're going to have to try to change something else. So, F them. Retired. Oh, everybody, let's give a round of applause. Lynn, that's what I like to hear. Dude, to make it to that, I hope one day I could do that. But for you, I don't know what your career is, what you do, but either way, that's awesome. Like, that's a huge success right there. That's got to feel great. And hopefully hell, even with you not retired, you're always tuning in anyway, but hopefully I can provide some kind of piece to you because, from the few people I know that have retired, I was actually just at a homeowner's house talking to him, and he was outside like talking to me for a lot of the day, and he's just talking about finding stuff to do, and he's happy that he gets to find stuff to do, and I thought it was cool. But we were talking about my show and all this stuff, and that's really awesome. I'm happy for you. I really hope that you have accomplished what you wanted to. You feel relaxed. You feel like you could sit back and enjoy life now, and that's what's up. Really happy for you, Lynn, and hopefully I can bring you some kind of joy here throughout. But yes, a big congrats, everyone. That's awesome. That's really cool. And Lynn, I really appreciate you always tuning in. So I don't think I could, really ask for you to tune in anymore, but you're more than welcome to watch any of these shows at any time. And look, Lynn, I think obviously life is crazy. Just sit back, relax. I'm sure, you talk about children and work and so many things that just, even at my age, it's like just always so much. So sit back, relax, whatever you like to do, sit back and do that. Enjoy it. Enjoy sleeping in, go on a little vacation, do whatever the hell you want. It's got to be an awesome feeling. So, and I'm happy to have you here and happy that you guys are tuning in. Unfortunately, like I said, wanted to keep this one short. I've still got some things to do. Still in my effing work clothes. These days have been very, very long and intense. With the nice weather out, we've been really kicking some ass, doing a lot of stampcrete, and a lot of times you got to wait for concrete to dry. And like they say, watching paint dry. This is worse than literally watching paint dry. Like, I'd rather watch paint dry than sit there and wait for concrete to dry. Because then you got to hit it at the right time. If it's too hard, you guys don't need to hear that stuff. But yeah, it's been a crazy, crazy effing day. And it's going to be crazier tomorrow. We got a pour tomorrow. And we got a pour Wednesday. And then we might have a little one on Thursday because we're doing a handicap ramp for this Wounded Warrior project. And it's complicated when you're doing like ramps like that. And you got to do like certain for, 10 feet, you got to have a 10-inch drop. And there's just so much that goes into it. But it's been a wild week, and it's going to be hopefully easier by Thursday or Friday. But I want to get some of these shows out, damn it. So I'm going to try to work on it tonight. I'm going to try to work on some more tomorrow. But of course, you know me, I got to bring you loads of information when I make these shows. I don't like to just make shows and just give you like someone else's stuff or show you something off the end. I like to give you the information I find. Like right now, I'm working with the NFC East, so it's their key additions, key losses, all their draft picks, how I've graded their offseason, what their team looks, all that stuff. So just stuff like that where I want to break it all down for you. I want to enjoy this time with you, whether it's live or not, but I really do enjoy these lives. And this is kind of how it works all the time, even during the season. But when something happens, I try to make it live. If it's something that, it's like a player that needs like broken down or, a coaching bunch of coaches we're looking for. I, can't always do live, but I appreciate you guys. I really do. Happy to see you guys in here, and thank you. If you guys enjoyed this video, get anything from these videos, I do appreciate you hitting that like button. It really does help. Sharing this stuff, subscribing, everything that you are doing. It means the world. And, the super chats, the memberships, all those little things that you guys do, it keeps this boat afloat. And I can't thank you enough for that. I really can't. And, yo, Daniel, my man, let's effing go. And again, big congrats to Lynn there. But Daniel, dude, hope you are doing well, my friend. And Doyle in the building. And see, I don't know what it is. Like, I remember, you don't even have a picture. It's just literally black. That's all it is. And I know that it's you, Doyle. And I can tell by how you type, just like with Lynn, where I stopped saying Lynn because Koch's mom is what it says. And people are probably like, who's he talking to? So it's just funny to me that I remember you guys because you're always so supportive. And I can't thank you enough for that, honestly. And I've been thinking about you guys. I've been trying to make these effing videos, hoping that something would happen to force my hand, make me come home and make a video. And, well, damn it, the Eagles did that for us today. So here we are, enjoying ourselves. I got some stuff out. I got my green lights. I'm really trying to get this room finished, set up. I have the boxes. I have all my stuff. Got magazine. I'm trying to have a good sicko season with you, and that's what we're about to do. So great to get you all live. Appreciate all of you taking the time. And again, everybody, a big shout out. Seriously, Lynn, so happy for you. Enjoy your retirement. Go treat yourself. Kudos. Yes. All the love being shared. Keith, my man, let's effing go. Appreciate you, dude. Just rolling out here. But we went over Sirianni. We talked about Joe Douglas. We talked about the old Tush push. And, yeah, man, you can check out any of that stuff. I'm excited, obviously, about the two things we just mentioned. The last thing, they suck, but either way, we will rise above and overcome because we are the Philadelphia Eagles, the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. And we'll be back to get our crown next year back-to-back. On the way to building that dynasty. I can't wait to come back to these videos and talk about how insane it is that we truly did it. I promise you, it's coming our way. Greatness lies ahead. Appreciate you tuning in for helping me stay awake, and glad you enjoyed the channel. Hope you all enjoyed this show. Hope you enjoyed your start to the week. If you didn't, well, go kick tomorrow's ass, and let's have a damn good one, no matter how crazy it will be or how relaxing it may be. But look, I love you guys. Can't thank you enough. Again, big shout out to Lynn on the retirement. Love to see you guys sharing that love. You know what 2 words I'm going to ask to see from you. Love all you sickos, and I hope you guys have yourselves a great rest of your week. But that's all I've got for you. So until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there, and as always, say it with me now. Go Birds!